I thought it was very impressive. Elisabeth Murdoch is very impressive, and I guess the headline is that slight separation from her brother. I was at the MacTaggart 3 years ago, and I think when he said that, you could tell that he was trying to lob a grenade into the room with this, the only guarantor of independence is profit. And she picked that apart, and she said, no, you need more of a humanity. You need to have business needs to have more of a purpose than that. And so, A, I think I agree with that, and B, that's interesting.
She was positioning herself, I thought, very much as a different kind of Murdoch. So she almost consciously took positions that were different from her brother of 3 years ago and from her father.
I thought it was a very good speech, actually. She's somebody I've seen speak before. She was here when they launched Sky Digital back in the day, and she's always been sort of involved, engaged, and rather drawn to the whole digital agenda.
What I think was the most exciting thing that she talked about was that kind of collision of broadcast and the online world. And I think that as a sector, we do tend to undervalue what the YouTube generation and what YouTube as a platform is doing to creativity.
It was very personal. It was about the way she had grown up with television, and all the better for that.
Praise Mark Thompson, praise the Olympics, was all about creativity and collaboration.
I mean, I think this idea that there must be a bigger purpose than just making profit, I think is true for the newspaper industry, but is also true for the television industry. And I think that was, one, a very powerful metaphor coming from a Murdoch, but also she made this point that we need this higher purpose. And she suggested building community, telling great stories, inspiring people and building community, which is very in vein with the post-Olympic vibe and sort of where people want to get to.
Television should have a one-on-one relationship, if possible, with each viewer, and have that relationship so that it becomes they're not all separately watching it, they become a community, not just a community through social media. Building a community is really powerful and I think potentially really valuable, and all that stuff was fascinating to me and has sparked my imagination.
Do you think it will change anything? Do you think they're having sort of long-term, I mean, MacTaggarts are difficult in the sense that they mean different things to different people, then we will obviously change this question, but do you think there'll be any sort of will it have any long-term impact?
Well, I think it'll be very interesting to see what her brother and her father make of it. There was a great hymn of praise to her father in the end, who of course spoke at another very famous MacTaggart more than 20 years ago. So I think the impact on the family will be as interesting as the impact on the industry, and of course when Leveson reports, we'll wait to see what happens there.